Is with us. He is with OSF Hospice here in Escanaba. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Jack. Nice to speak with you.
Yes, thank you for doing this. We have an event, a couple of events actually coming up on Wednesday, but I'd like to ask you first about the importance of hospice here in the Upper Peninsula. As you know, we have an aging population, so explain to me what you've seen. Has the need been increasing recently, or steady, or especially since the pandemic?
Well, Jack, I think when we look back over the course of my time with the program of 30 years, the increase in need for in-home support and in-home care has grown exponentially. With regards to the pandemic, a lot more focus and highlights have been on in-home care, given the status of what the lockdowns look like and status of nursing home beds and hospitalization. So certainly a need has been noted over the course of time.
Let me ask you about the image of hospice. There's some people who feel that hospice means, get the shovel in the ground, you're dead. We're going to dump dirt on you. And I think that you would agree that there needs to be kind of an image. Let people know that that's not how it really is.
No, that's really a myth and a misconception. And thank you for pointing that out. Our folks come and our families come to us with the focus on living each day, and we focus on the quality of one day at a time, the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of our patients and families as a unit. So we look at, what special memories do they want to make, what goals do they have, what do they want to see happen in the time they have remaining, and it's really just evidence of being comfortable at home or in a supportive setting and focus on that living each day. That's the focus that we provide, and it's been like that since the inception of our hospice program, as one of the oldest rural hospices in the state of Michigan, formed in 1978. So I can say that focus is carrying on quite well.
Erik, there really is something to be said, isn't there, for, if you can give somebody an extra 2 weeks, or even if it's 2 days, to be with their family, that's something you really can't buy.
You can't put a value on it, Jack, and what I encourage folks, and what we as a team encourage folks to do is take advantage of the opportunity at a minimum just to be present for whatever time that is, and to know that you're sitting next to a loved one or you're holding a hand, and you can't put a value on that. You really can't. And those are memories that you carry forward, but then the individual who is in the transition of passing feels that comfort and knows that they are not alone.
And my last thing I'd like to have you comment on, Erik, is over the years you've run across dozens of people, maybe even hundreds, who have volunteered, who help out. They're and even those who are on staff. Tell me about their missions and the importance of I don't think, honestly, I could do hospice work. I just don't think that I personally could.
Well, the inception of hospice, like I said, back in 1978, was an all-volunteer organization. Through the years and into today, a lot of our volunteers come from being caregivers for loved ones. And it doesn't mean that you have to have a special discipline. You don't need to be a nurse, doctor, or aide or whatever to be volunteer. You just have to be someone who cares from your heart. And whether it's if you want to rake leaves, to do bedside companionship, to writing letters, to making quilts, to doing special recordings, there's such a variety. Any special gift is welcome, especially in that time where a loved one and family may just not recognize that they're going to benefit down the road from a special talent.
Well, Erik, anything else that I didn't cover you want to mention before we close this interview?
I think, well, Jack, I'd just like to remind the folks that, in our OSF community, we really truly look at it as a community of caregivers and a special kind of love and care. So if there's any questions, they certainly can reach out to our agency, 906-786 617-436-3915. We'd be glad to sit and just chat over the phone or sit in person and just explain more what the hospice philosophy and focus of care is.